All right, let's exit Vim. First, make sure you're not in insert mode. If insert mode is on, you would see insert in the bottom left corner, and typing characters would actually appear on the screen. Pressing escape gets us out of insert mode and into normal mode. From here, typing colon, Q, bang, and then enter exits Vim. What bang does is it forces Vim to quit even if there are unsaved changes. If we didn't use the bang, you'd get an error message when you try to quit. That would look like this. So type in some text, press escape to get out of insert mode, press colon, Q, enter. No write since last change. Add bang to override. Okay, so Vim tells us that if we don't care, add the bang. But if we do care about what we've written and we want to write it to a file, we do that with the write command. So press colon, W. Now, the way I started Vim, I didn't give it a file to edit in the first place. So when I try to do this, it won't work. It'll say no file name. So what I have to do, I'd have to write a new file by giving it a path somewhere on the file system and then pressing enter. And that makes a new file. So now that I am actually editing a real file in the file system, I can write and quit like you normally would on a text editor by adding in some text, pressing escape, pressing colon, and then WQ. So just write and quit. And that will both write and quit at the same time. So now that you have that down, you might find yourself in other situations while using Vim that you might not know how to get out of. And one of them is command history mode. You can get into this mode by pressing Q and colon in succession from normal mode, but I almost always do this by accident. So to get out of this, you can just again press colon Q, and that'll get rid of that little window. Another weird mode that you might find yourself in Vim is EX mode. You can get into it by pressing lowercase g capital Q in succession from normal mode, and that gets you into this. But again, I always find myself here by accident. So to leave, all we have to do is type visual, just like Vim tells us to. Type in visual, just as it tells us to here, and that puts us into normal mode. And finally, another weird mode that you might find yourself in is the macro recording mode. You can get into it by pressing Q and then a number or a letter, and that tells Vim to start recording a macro. So now it says recording at 1. So to get out of it, all you have to do is press Q all by itself in normal mode again, and that makes it go away. And that is how you exit Vim.